This is Zach with Virtual Guitar Lessons of Utah. And today we're going to talk about choosing a guitar for a beginner. I remember when I wanted to play guitar, I'd begged my parents for like a year, like, I want to learn how to play guitar, I'm serious, I want to learn how to play. And my birthday came around and we decided to go shopping for a guitar. And I remember it was very daunting for me and my parents. Like, it's a significant amount of money. You're not really sure where to go. You don't really know what a high quality instrument or what a good beginner guitar looks like. And so today we're going to cover that. Like, these are the things to look for and some suggestions on where to get started. My first suggestion is to start with an acoustic guitar rather than an electric guitar. And there's a few reasons for that, and let's go over them. The first one is that if you go with an electric guitar, you're also going to have to buy some sort of way to amplify the sound of that electric guitar. Whether you choose a guitar amplifier or plugging your guitar into your computer and going that route, there's a lot of different high-tech ways to kind of do electric guitar nowadays, but it is going to cost more money. Another reason why I'm going to suggest to go with an acoustic guitar first is just simplicity. With an acoustic guitar, you can just grab it and you can play. It's ready to play at any time. With an electric guitar, you have to plug in the amplifier, you have to plug in the guitar to the amplifier, you have to set up every time. And I think probably the most important reason why I suggest going with an acoustic guitar as a beginner is that all of the basic skills that you're going to learn as a beginner, as a new guitar player, are going to be very easily and ideally learned on an acoustic guitar. You're going to learn strumming, you're going to learn chords, you're going to learn finger picking. All of those are ideal skills to learn on an acoustic guitar. And I think the other important thought on that is that all those skills, that foundation you're laying if you buy an acoustic guitar first and you tend to get an electric guitar later on, are going to transition right over to the electric guitar. It is the same instrument. So you're not going to be held back in any way by choosing to go acoustic first and then electric if that's the route you want to go. That's the route I went, and it worked really well for me. So let's talk about actually buying your first guitar. You're generally either going to shop online or maybe go to a music store here in Utah somewhere. I've had good experiences with both. The guitar stores, whether you go to Guitar Center, Guitar Czar, like, generally they're going to get you taken care of. I've also had good experiences buying guitars online. There's a lot of really great, just reputable online stores that you can go through. You can go through Guitar Center online, you can go through Musician's Friend, you can go through Sweetwater, you can go through Zounds. You can even buy equipment on Amazon. And I've had good experiences with all of them. The one thing I would look for online is just make sure that you understand the return policy with guitars specifically. One of the selling features that online stores will have is they should have a really great return policy, because they want to give you that peace of mind when you decide to buy a guitar that you're going to be taken care of. And other guitar players I know have gone through online dealers and had really great experiences as well. Generally, the advice you get when you go online and look, like, how do I choose my first guitars, a lot of them will say, just go into the store, don't worry about price, play until you find one that you love and buy that guitar. As an experienced guitar player, I've had that experience. It's awesome. I went into the guitar store wanting this guitar and ended up with this other guitar, and it was the right choice. But as a newbie, you just don't have the foundation. As a new player, you just don't have the foundation to make that sort of decision. And I think the other thought about buying your first guitar that I want to get out of the way is I wouldn't recommend buying a used guitar at this point, unless you know someone that's familiar with the guitar that can help you choose a quality instrument that's going to last. I think going used can be a great way to save money and to get a really nice guitar potentially, but most often not as your first guitar, it might not be the best way to go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to recommend a guitar to purchase as your first guitar. It's an acoustic guitar made by Yamaha, and it's the FG800 Folk Acoustic Guitar. And you can find it online or in stores for about $200. And over the years, I've had friends and students buy this guitar, and each time I've picked it up to play it, I've always just really enjoyed it. And I've always been really impressed with it. Like, it plays really well, it sounds good. It's a full scale, full body guitar, so it has a big, nice sound. And I know it's something that as you mature as a player, when you go back to play that, you'll still enjoy playing that guitar. You can keep it around. It can be your one you take camping or whatever. Or if I want to play electric guitar, it'll still be a solid acoustic that you'll always have there to work with. Let's see. So that's my recommendation for an acoustic guitar to start with. You're also going to need a couple other things to start playing. And the first one is you're going to need a way to tune the guitar. And nowadays, it's super easy for that to happen. You can go on your smartphone or your tablet and you can download a free tuning app. I really like Boss has a tuner. Boss is a guitar brand. And also there's an app called G Strings that's very good. So one I paid for the upgraded version. It's very accurate, but it's available for free on there. And I think that that's the best way to go about tuning right off, especially as a beginner, just downloading that app. And you're also going to need some guitar picks. As a new guitar player, you're going to want to be able to choose, like, do I want to primarily play with my fingers, or do I want to primarily play with picks? But you should be comfortable with both. And I'm going to recommend there's a Dunlop acoustic variety pack of guitar picks. So it's going to have different thicknesses, different materials it's made out of. So it's going to get you a chance to get a feel for what you might like as a guitar pick. So those are the two main things. You're going to need a guitar. You're going to need some guitar picks. You're going to need a way to tune the guitar. There's some additional accessories that you can get. You can get a soft shell gig bag or a hard shell case to carry your guitar from point A to point B. I do recommend a case at some point. Like, if you don't have the money today, you're buying your guitar today, but I can get a case a few weeks from now or a month from now, that's totally fine. I typically use gig bags. They're cheaper, less expensive. They get the job done. If you're gonna be moving your guitar from place to place a lot, if you're gonna be a musician going on tour, then for sure get a hard shell case. But I don't think it's necessary, especially starting out. And then I think the last thing I would say is I would avoid buying kind of beginner packs, which is what I did when I first started playing. We went to a guitar store. They had a pack that had a tuner and a strap and picks and a guitar, and we thought that was the best way, and that's what we did. And we ended up spending like $300 or $400 on it. Well, as I learned more and I was able to shop and knew what I was looking for, I was able to later go on and find out that guitar was only worth $100. And that's the most important part, is you want to get a high quality instrument that's going to stay in tune and that you're going to be able to enjoy. And it really didn't deliver on any of those fronts, unfortunately. I ended up getting an electric guitar about 3 or 4 months later, and I primarily played that. But in general, I don't think you really get the value when you choose a starter pack like that. If you do decide to go that way, I would just be really particular that you choose, or that you're able to determine what model of guitar is actually in that starter pack and how much it would be alone, if you choose to go that route. Okay, well, those are my thoughts about choosing a new guitar. Hopefully I pointed you in the right direction. If you have questions, you can always reach out to me, of course. There's a Facebook chat plugin on the website. You can message there and we'll always reach back to you in a timely manner. And yeah, we'll talk to you soon.